Up next, our adventure.
Today is a bright holiday, which means beach time. I was excited from the morning. As soon as we arrived, I ran around the sand, breathing in the fresh sea air and listening to the sound of the rolling waves. The beach was full of life today. There were so many dogs who came with their owners to play, kicking up sand everywhere. I came with my best friend, Coco, a pure white dog who always looks calm and graceful. Coco always seems relaxed and a little shy, unlike me, who's full of energy and loves to run around. Not long after, we met Anna, a cheerful and playful little brown dog with curly fur. I was thrilled to see so many friends here, and of course, I couldn't wait to get to know the other dogs on the beach. I approached a few of the other dogs, sniffing them as a way of introduction. We all wagged our tails cheerfully, introducing ourselves to each other. There was a large black dog named Blackie, a small white dog named Daniel, who was always happy, and several others I was meeting for the first time. The beach felt like a huge playground, and I was so excited about today's adventure with Coco and our new friends. After getting to know our new friends, I saw Coco walking calmly behind me. Oh, this was the perfect time to tease her. I approached her quietly, then wagged my tail and barked softly in her ear, surprising her. Coco just looked at me with a patient yet slightly annoyed look, as usual. She doesn't like surprises, but I know she secretly enjoys the attention. Soon, we met Yellow, a small dog with a cheerful spirit, and his friend Choo Choo. They both joined us, and we played together on the sand. Yellow seemed freshly groomed, looking very tidy and adorable, with a tiny blue outfit that made him look like a living doll. Yellow started rolling around in the sand enthusiastically, making his freshly groomed fur get covered in sand again. I laughed at him, and it was so funny to see Yellow so free and happy this morning. Coco always walks slowly behind us. She's never in a hurry and always looks relaxed, as if savoring each step. Seeing her so laid back, I couldn't resist teasing her again. I nudged her head a little, then ran. Coco just glanced at me briefly and then continued her journey. Meanwhile, Yellow invited us to play closer to the sea, where small waves lapped at the shore. But as it turned out, he was a little scared of getting wet. Every time a wave came, he jumped back, lifting his paws high so they wouldn't touch the water. Choo Choo and I laughed at his antics. After a few tries, Yellow finally gathered the courage to play near the water. Coco, who was still trailing behind us, didn't seem interested in the water. She ran further ahead, looking for any food that might be left in the sand. It's true, Coco always has food on her mind. Yellow and I decided to take a walk along the beach. Yellow invited me to roll around in the sand like he did before, but I declined. I like to play, but rolling in the sand? That would mean extra cleanup if my fur got all sandy. We kept walking, occasionally stopping to sniff around and check out the surroundings. Along the beach, there were many other dogs also walking with their owners or playing with their own friends. Not long after, Yellow met Blackie, a large black dog who was very friendly and full of energy. Yellow immediately invited him to play tag, and I stood watching nearby, enjoying seeing them both running and occasionally barking cheerfully. Yellow really seemed happy today, and I felt glad to see him having such a great time. After successfully encouraging Yellow to get closer to the water, he finally experienced the little waves touching his paws. At At first, he was hesitant. But after watching all of us play and jump around in the water, he became more enthusiastic. We all ran back and forth, with the seawater wetting our fur, and the beach breeze carried the fresh, salty scent. The beach was getting livelier with more new friends. Rena, Sasa, Bruno, Jenny, and a few others joined our game. We all cheered happily, running around while splashing water into the air. I barked while jumping up and down, and it really felt like a dog paradise. I enjoyed every second of this adventure. More dogs came, adding to the beach's lively atmosphere. Yellow and Choo Choo stayed friendly with every dog that approached. Amid the crowd, there was a small corgi named Endo. He was very mischievous and didn't stop nibbling at my tail with his tiny teeth. I held back a giggle and tried not to fall over because he was so quick. Nearby was Igor, a large dog who looked a bit shy. He stood a little farther back, watching us while occasionally wanting to join. I tried to invite him with a cheerful bark, and finally, Igor joined in, though a bit timidly. We all felt more familiar and continued playing together. Yellow and Choo Choo walked ahead of us, leaving me and the ever-slow Coco behind. I decided to keep Coco company as she still enjoyed playing by the water. Even though Coco always looks calm and graceful, she does enjoy splashing around in the shallow waves. I took this opportunity to tease her again. With my back paw, I splashed water toward her. Coco looked at me with a patient gaze, but I knew she was amused. I jumped forward, wagging my tail cheerfully, challenging her to chase me. Coco finally reacted and started chasing me, although not as fast as usual, because she was always so calm. We ran back and forth, splashing water and sand into the air. I laughed inwardly, seeing Coco trying to catch me while growling playfully. Every time she was about to catch up, I would leap away, making her even more curious. In the end, we both laughed cheerfully, Coco wagging her tail with her tongue out, a sign that she was truly enjoying this game. Suddenly, Coco stopped splashing around and started running away from the beach. I was puzzled but quickly chased after her, curious about where she was going. It turned out Coco was heading toward a small river not far from the beach. There, we met Aldo, a big dog with dark brown fur who was busy looking for something among the river rocks. I approached him carefully, watching Aldo, who was sniffing around as if searching for hidden treasure. Coco and Aldo quickly became friends, and the two of them started exploring the riverbank together. I followed them, a bit cautiously, because I didn't want my fur to get too dirty. Coco and Aldo found some food remnants among the rocks, and every time they found something, they barked happily, wagging their tails. I laughed, watching their enthusiasm, and we played together in this hidden river area. After exploring, Coco invited me to wade in the small river. Though the water was slightly murky, we enjoyed the refreshing coolness on our bodies. Surprisingly, calm Coco became playful, splashing water with her front paws. I tried to dodge, not wanting to get too wet, but Coco kept splashing water at me, leaving me no choice but to join her. While playing, I heard that this river would soon become the site for a new bridge. Hearing that, Coco and I became more excited about enjoying our time here. Every time we found food scraps or interesting objects among the rocks, Coco would bark excitedly. We both felt as if we were finding hidden treasures, and I savored every moment playing in this secret spot with Coco. After finishing our fun in the first river, Coco and I decided to explore a second river nearby. The water in this river was clearer and the current was gentle. Coco and I waded in, enjoying the refreshing sensation of the cool water on a hot day. While wading, I occasionally took sips of the fresh water. It was so refreshing. We sat side by side in the water, looking out at the beach, which was getting busier with dogs and their owners arriving for a day out. I felt so lucky to enjoy this peaceful moment with Coco, my best friend. We sat silently, feeling the sea breeze and listening to the gentle sound of trickling water. While sitting in the river, I reflected on how important outdoor play is for us. Besides being fun, playing on the beach and socializing with other dogs is actually great for our health. As dogs, we need plenty of exercise and social interaction to stay fit and mentally healthy. Playing like this helps us strengthen our muscles, reduce stress, and makes us happier. I was grateful to meet so many new friends here, learning to work together and respect each other. Every bark, tail wag, and jump we made today was a part of our happiness. After my bath, I saw Bruno, a big dog who is always friendly and full of smiles, carrying a ball in his mouth. He invited me to play ball toss. I was thrilled because Bruno is a very patient friend and always enjoys every game casually. The owner threw the ball far away, and we both ran as fast as we could to catch it. Bruno and I competed vigorously, digging in the sand with our feet while running after the ball that was thrown far away. Bruno was always smiling as we played, and his smile made me feel comfortable around him. We took turns catching the ball, and each time we succeeded, we would bark happily while wagging our tails. Translated with dpel.com, free version. In the middle of the game, I saw a group of very cute corgis standing on the beach with their owners. Unfortunately, they were tied up, so they could only watch us play from a distance. Even so, I wagged my tail to greet them. They barked back cheerfully, as if encouraging us from afar. Later, I met Sylvie, a small white dog who was very lively and loved to run. Sylvie challenged me to a race, and of course I accepted her challenge. We ran fast in the sand, jumping over small waves that touched our feet, while competing to be the fastest. Sylvie was really fast, but I managed to keep up with her. We laughed together when we finally reached the finish line. Translated with dpel.com, free version. After finishing the race with Sylvie, Coco, and I met 3 other dogs, Momo, Cayman, and Linda. They had a ball with them, and we played a game of throw catch together. Their owners threw the ball deep into the sand, and we all ran together, trying to be the first to catch it. The game was really exciting, especially since we were all racing with high spirits. The soft sand under our feet made every jump feel light, and we all laughed uproariously every time one of us managed to catch the ball. I loved being able to play with so many friends, and it felt like the beach was a huge playground for all of us. Translated with dpel.com, free version. Time flies, and now the sun is high in the sky. The beach was getting crowded with new dogs coming with their owners, but we were already feeling tired after playing all morning. Our bodies were starting to feel tired, and my stomach was rumbling. Time to go home. Coco and I walked slowly away from the beach, occasionally looking back to see our friends still playing happily. With our fur wet and full of sand, we walked happily towards home. Today was a great day, full of adventure and sweet memories. See you soon, beach. I can't wait for the next adventure with Coco and friends who always make my days more cheerful.